Namaste. I have prepared a class for work a little bit of strength. So I invite you to explore your own strength with integrity and with respect. So let's enjoy it. And then let's start. So let's go to child pose. So bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes together, and the hips towards your hips. And then with the next exhalation, extend the arms towards the front of the mat, head on the ground, and just feel the extension on the spine. And then enjoy that lengthening on your spine. Then breathe slowly and try to breathe towards the back of the lungs. Stay in child pose. And just really focus the attention into your breath. Your breath is a great anchor for your mind, to bring your mind to the present moment. Breathe slowly. And then, as I mentioned, we are going to explore a little bit of strength. Strength, it's very important in yoga because strength is foundation. Our spine is designed for stability, and we need that strength in the muscles to support our joint ligament. So first it comes stability, strength, and then it comes flexibility. But it is not only about strength, physical strength. Strength comes in different ways as well. Strength of character, patience is a weight of strength, not falling on negativity is a weight of strength, commitment. So just explore strength from different perspectives, and let's enjoy the class. Remember, whenever you need to rest, rest. It is your practice, it is your body. Take a deep inhalation, bring the chest slightly up, and with the exhalation, let's walk the hands towards the left side of the mat. Release the head, and if you can, bring the right hand on top of the left hand, and then enjoy the stretching on the right side of the torso. Breathe slowly. And then with the inhalation, bring the torso up, walk the hands towards the center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then with the exhalation, let's walk the hands towards the right. And if you can, bring the left hand on top of the right hand, your torso towards the right knee. And then enjoy that stretching on the left side of your torso. Take a couple of deep breaths. Fully inhale, fully exhale. And then the next inhalation, bring the hands again towards the center. This time release the elbows on the ground, hands in prayer position. And then with the exhalation, hands behind the neck, and maybe walk the elbows a little bit forward. So enjoy that lengthening on your spine. Take a deep inhalation, a long exhalation, and just release all the tension, overthinking, analyzing. And then exhale, release the hands on the floor. Let's bring the torso up, and let's start with one arm together. If you want, you can stand arm, or if you want, just keep a long exhalation. Maybe cross the legs in Svasana. Just find a comfortable position where the spine is long. Let's bring the hands in front of the heart center. Hands towards your chest bone. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhalation. Release the hands on the knees, bow the head, and then gently open your eyes. And try to keep a nice state of mind during the practice. So let's start in all fours. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And then with the inhalation, extend the right arm forward, left leg back. Toes are pointing down, and just inhale, reach forward and backwards. And then exhale, knee to the elbow, but just move as slow as you can, like in slow motion. Inhale, extend the arm, extend the leg, and once again with the exhalation, knee to the elbow, below the chest. Then extend the arm, extend the leg. This time bend the knee, bring your right hand towards the left leg. If you don't reach, fine, keep the hand on the lower back, but open the chest towards the right, and your right shoulder is moving back away from the ear. If you can, grab your ankle and your left knee reaching as high as you can. And then with the exhalation, release your left knee down, right arm up, and then with the exhalation, your right hand towards the left side of the mat, and then extend the left arm towards the front of the mat. It's a nice, gentle flow to warm up the body for the practice, to lubricate your joints. And then let's make the way to all fours. Second side, extend your left arm forward, right leg back. Just take a deep inhalation, make a space between the hand and the heel. And then with the exhalation, knee to the elbow. And just very slowly, keep a little bit of balance. And then with the inhalation, slowly extend the leg, extend the arm. Inhale, make the space. Exhale, round the spine and bring the knee to the elbow. Slowly, gracefully and with control. Then inhale, extend the arm, extend the leg. Bend the knee. This time, bring your left hand towards the lower back. So maybe stay here, bring your right knee as high as you can, or maybe grab the ankle. You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay in that place that your body is enjoying the opening. You give yourself a little self-challenge, but with respect. And then bring the knee down. Inhale, extend the left arm up. Exhale, release. Your left hand below the right armpit. Look below your right armpit. And then extend your right arm, right hand towards the front of the mat. Couple of slow breath here. And with the inhalation, let's make the way to all fours. And then now let's make the way to forearm plank. So maybe you need to keep the knees down, that is as well fine, your version of forearm plank. Or maybe bring the knees away from the floor. So just keep pressing the upper body away from the floor. Keep the thighs strong, core strong, your abdominals strong. And this time let's bring the right knee towards the chest and then towards the left. And then inhale, bring the knee up, extend the leg back. Again, inhale, knee to the chest. Exhale, your knee towards the left side of the mat. Inhale, back, and one last time. Knee to the chest, knee to the left, hips down. Inhale, just extend that leg. And let's go second side. So, knee to the chest, left knee to the chest, knee to the right. Hips down. Inhale, hips up, extend the leg back. Inhale, knee to the chest, then towards the right, send that leg back, bring the knee to the chest, then towards the right, and then back. And then let's lie down. And hopefully you notice the work on the abdominal wall. That is the idea, to start to work the abdominal wall, your core, and then wiggle the hips. And then stay here. And then with the next inhalation, let's bring the elbows below the shoulders and the chest forward up. So gentle as Sphinx. So just keep the pubic bone pressing down, gently engage the glutes and the top of the feet down. And then release down. And then now, let's bend the right knee, wrap the right ankle. If you don't wrap, just keep the hand reaching back. And then extend your left arm, left leg back. And then with the inhalation, chest up and forward. And your right knee as high as you can. So half Savasana, half bow. And then release that side. We are starting, so don't force it, don't try to go the deep pose. And second side. So bend your left knee, grab the left ankle, and then the inhalation, left knee up, maybe the left arm reach, maybe not, fine. And then the left arm, right leg. This is forward, leg back. And then release. Just wiggle the hips again. And then let's make the way to child pose. And just again lengthen the spine. If you can, stay with the tip of the fingers on the ground, arms away from the floor, but the armpits are pressing away from the floor as well. So you notice you are starting to activate the muscles on your back. And notice maybe your heart will start to beat faster, which is good. But try to keep the breath steady. So take a deep inhalation, a long exhalation. And then let's make the way to all fours. Keep the hands this time slightly in front of the shoulders. And then let's make the way to downward facing dog. But bring first the knees away from the floor. Keep bending the knees a lot, hips back as high as you can. Keep bending the knees a lot, chest towards the thighs. And then now, heels towards the floor. And then bend one knee, straighten the opposite. Actually, let's bring the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And just enjoy the movement. And if you can as well, move your hips like making an all-8 shape with your hips. And then exchange the direction of the 8. Just move organically. Whatever it feels good for your hips. Make sure you spread the fingers. You press the upper body slightly away from the floor. You don't collapse on the wrists. And your sitting bones are as high as you can. So with the next exhalation, knees down on the floor. Bring your left knee towards the nose and the left foot between the hands. With the inhalation, bring the arms up. So let's go to low lunge, the first side. Arms reaching up, shoulders soft. And your hips are coming close to the ground but not collapsing. Just keep some engagement on the inner thighs. The legs are pressing towards the midline. And then with the exhalation, extend the arms, bring the arms parallel to the floor. Twist towards the left and bring the right hand on the ground. Left arm up, open the chest. If you need, you can keep a little bit of a space on the left leg, the left toes towards the left. Maybe keep your back knee down on the floor, or maybe bring it away from the floor. And open the chest. And then with the exhalation, bring the hands down. And then let's make the way to plank position. This time, we are going to go side plank. If you need to bring the forearm down on the floor, you can always go this version. The other version is bringing your right foot in front of the hips. And then hips high. Find the version of the side plank that works for you. And then with the exhalation, let's bring the knees down, hands down, knees down. Let's bring the heels up. With the exhalation, chest chin down towards the floor, elbows in. And then with the inhalation, roll forward, up. Interlace the hands behind the back. And let's go to Savasana. So keep pressing the pubic bone towards the ground. Gently engage your glutes. And then with the exhalation, let's make the way to downward facing dog. Again, just bend your knees, straighten the opposite, stay there. Just move the legs, move your hips. Try to move organically and try to notice your body. Try to not think too much. Try to not use your logical mind too much. This time for the practice, allow the intelligence of your body to guide you to awaken. So again, bring the knees down. This time, your right knee towards the nose and the right foot in front of the mat between the hands. With the inhalation, bring the arms up. So low lunge on the second side. And keep the inner thighs pressing towards the midline and the tailbone towards the floor. But your torso and the chest bone is reaching up. So enjoy the lengthening, strengthen the legs, lengthening on the torso. And then with the exhalation, extend the arms, bring parallel to the ground. Twist towards the right and bring your left hand on the ground. Right arm up. Open the chest. If you want, bring the right toes slightly towards the right. Stay here with the back knee down. Maybe you need to use a block. I didn't say on the other side, but a block, a book, if the hands is not reaching down. Maybe you feel comfortable there. Maybe you can bring the knee away from the floor, the back knee. And then with the exhalation, bring the hands down and let's make the way to plank position. So your left hand is slightly towards the center. Rotate your heels and then with the inhalation extend your right arm up. Find the version that works for you. Maybe forearm plank, maybe the left foot, the right foot in front of the hip. So just find a place where you can work your body with integrity. And then with the exhalation, plank. Stay in plank for a moment, pressing the upper body away from the floor, thighs away from the floor. And then knees down, heels up. And let's bring the chest halfway down, this time. Elbows in and then up. And then again, halfway down. And then up. We need the strength in the practice. It's not just about flexibility. And then with the exhalation, very slowly, let's bring the body all the way down, as slow as you can. And then let's interlace the fingers behind the back, hands behind the back, shoulders back, feet away from the floor. In Savasana. So just breathe slowly. And then with the exhalation, let's make the way to downward facing dog. Again, bend one knee at a time. And this time, bend both knees, bring the heels as high as you can. So allow your sitting bones to reach as high as you can. And keeping the sitting bones as high as you can, then gently again bring the heels down to the floor. Press the armpits away from the floor and feel a nice lengthening on the back of your body. But the front of the body is strong, supporting that opening on the back of your body. And then with the exhalation, bring your knees down on the ground. Left knee towards the nose, left foot between the hands. So with the inhalation, bring the arms up. Press the back toes down. And then with the inhalation, high lunge. So bring the back knee away from the floor. Make sure the front knee is lined with the front heel. Arms reaching up, chest bone reaching up, and your tailbone towards the floor. So you don't have any compression in the lower back, and the opening is happening mainly on the upper back, the upper chest. Interlace the hands behind the back, shoulders back. Make sure you keep exchanging the cross of the fingers. Shoulders back, away from the ears. Take a deep inhalation. With the exhalation, reach diagonally forward, bend both knees, and then let's make the way to warrior 3. Maybe release the hands down on the floor. That is absolutely fine. Your version of warrior 3. And keep your right heel pressing away from the floor, toes down. Maybe stay here. Maybe bring the hands in front of the heart center, wherever it feels stable. You're strong, stable, the breath is steady, and your mind is still. So release the back foot down on the floor, and with exhalation, let's make the way warrior 2 on the first side. So your back thigh is pressing away from the floor. Front knee moving forward, hips towards the knee, arms parallel to the ground. Look towards the front hand, keep the neck long, shoulders soft. Then with the exhalation, again, let's interlace the fingers, keep exchanging the cross of the fingers, shoulders back down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, chest bone up, and then with the exhalation, humble warrior. So you bring the torso parallel to the floor, and notice what it feels right for you. Maybe you rest a little bit the arm on the front thigh. Make sure you don't create compression on the hip. Or maybe you keep your left shoulder inside of the left leg. Fine. Just open the hips. Keep pressing the back inner thighs away from the floor. And then with the exhalation, your right hand down on the floor. Walk the left foot slightly towards the left. And let's release the right knee down on the floor. Inhale, extend your left arm up. And this time bring the hand on the lower back. So you maybe stay here, or maybe you bring the heel away from the floor, and maybe you grab your foot. Don't force it. You can create a cramp, and that is exactly what we don't want. So if you have the hand on the lower back, find. Open the chest. And then with the exhalation, let's make the way to plank position. So spread the fingers, keep pressing the armpits away from the floor. If you have a gentle cut on the back, it's okay, in the upper back, try to not collapse. That is not healthy. And then with the exhalation, knees down, heels up, exhale, bring your torso halfway down, elbows in. And then with the inhalation, we explore maybe baby cobra, maybe the hands away from the floor. Cobra, the legs are on the ground, hips close to the floor. Upward facing dog, legs away from the floor. Wherever you are, you want to create a space on the neck, in the upper chest, and avoid any compression on the lower back. And then with the exhalation, let's make the way to downward facing dog. So hips as high as you can. Just allow your sitting bones and your bum to point up towards the sky. The heels are pressing down, but you don't have to reach to the floor. Floor is just the direction. And maybe eventually your heels will get there. Make sure you don't have too much weight on your wrists. And then with the exhalation, knees down on the floor. Right knee towards the nose and right foot between the hands. So with the inhalation, bring the arms up. And with the next inhalation, your back knee away from the floor. So high lunge on the second side. So keep the shoulders soft. Your shoulders are parallel to the short edge of the mat. Find the strength of your legs. Your back leg especially is pressing away from the floor. And the front knee is moving forward towards the second toe. Interlace the hands behind the back. Shoulders back. Lean forward. And then with the next inhalation, warrior 3. Maybe you need to bring the hands down on the floor. Fine. Absolutely fine. Your version of warrior 3. Again, find that place where you enjoy the pose. You don't suffer the pose. Maybe hands in front of the heart center. Maybe the arms along the body. Imagine you have a balloon below your torso and it's supporting you. And then with the next exhalation, the back foot down. And let's make the way to warrior 2 on the second side. So the front knee is moving towards the second toe, hips towards the knee, torso long, and try to keep your shoulders aligned with the hips. Extend the arms, shoulders soft, and look towards the front hand. Keep pressing your back thighs away from the side of the mat. Then interlace your hands behind the back, shoulders back down, inhale, chest up. And then with the exhalation, humble warrior. Again, maybe you need to rest the shoulder on the knee, avoid compression on the front hip, or maybe you can bring the shoulder inside of the knee. In any case, your front inner thigh is pressing towards the midline. Then with the exhalation, let's release the left hand down on the floor. Move the right foot towards the right, back knee down on the floor. And then with the inhalation, twist towards the right. Move your torso towards the right knee and rest your right hand on the lower back. And bring your left heel towards the hip. Make sure your left hip is pressing away from the floor towards the foot. Maybe you grab your foot, maybe not. That is just like direction. Whatever it happens is your own body, your own practice. You don't force things. If you force, maybe you can cause a cramp. You don't want that. You give time. And you're patient with your own body. And then release the hands down. And then let's make the way into plank position. So keep pressing the upper body away from the floor. Spread the fingers and make sure you don't collapse on the wrist. You don't want too much weight on the wrist. And this chaturanga, you decide, maybe knees down, maybe not. Let's roll forward over the toes, shoulders aligned with the tip of the fingers. With the exhalation, elbows in, maybe the body parallel to the floor. This requires a lot of strength, maybe knees down. And then with the inhalation, upward facing dog, cobra, or baby cobra. Whatever it feels like, enjoyable for you. You're stretching the front of the body. You engage the back of the body. You don't create any compression on your lower back. And then with the exhalation, let's make the way to child pose. Breathe slowly. Try to notice your heart beating. You want to keep the breath steady during all the practice. One, because when you breathe too fast, you're activating adrenaline, and that compresses your muscles, and you don't stretch all you can. You need to relax in order to stretch. You need a little bit of engagement, but not too much adrenaline. Two, every time you're checking and noticing your breath, you're bringing the mind to the present moment, and that is an important part of the practice too. So take a deep, long inhalation, a deep, long exhalation. Inhale, notice the space. Exhale, surrender and release overthinking, analyzing, self-talking. Try to create even some seconds of silence on your mind. That is another way and another form of strength. Being present, bringing your mind again and again to here and now. Then when you're ready, bring your body up, and then this time let's lie down. So lie on your tummy, and again we go Savasana. So bring the shoulders away from the ears, chest slightly up, feet away from the floor, interlace your hands behind the back. And then with the inhalation, reach the feet back, chest forward and up. And notice the engaging in the muscles of your back, at the back of the body, and the stretching in the front of the body. And then exhale, release. Just wiggle the hips. And then now let's extend the arms towards the front of the mat. So with the inhalation, hands forward, feet back. And again, engage the back of your body. So glutes are gently getting engaged, the pubic bone towards the floor, and the sternum forward and up. Breathe slowly. And then with the exhalation, release. Wiggle the hips. And with the next inhalation, again, just stop. This time bend the right knee. Grab the right ankle. And then with the inhalation, left side away from the floor, right knee as high as you can. And then try to notice feeling sensations. Where do you have some tightness on your body? What kind of movements comes more easily? And then let's exchange sides. Extend the right arm, grab your left ankle, bend the left knee. And with the inhalation, second side. So just extend the right side of the body and your left knee as high as you can. And then with the exhalation, take a little rest. It's important to rest. When you are too tired, you start to lose technique. And then you are putting yourself in a more fragile point, like you are more prepared to an injury. So make sure you rest whenever you need it. That is a part of keeping integrity during the practice. So bend both knees. Bring the hands towards your ankles, but if you don't reach there, fine. Interlace the hands behind the back. Then bring the knees as high as you can. And chest forward now. Pubic bone towards the floor. And enjoy the stretching of the front of the body. Just to notice your own strength. But in that place that you keep strength, stability, and some ease. And then with the exhalation, release the knees down. Again, wiggle the hips. Deep inhalation, long exhalation. And then let's make the way to sharp pose for a moment. Just round the spine and then notice if something changed. If it feels different, just try to notice feelings and sensations. You want to connect with all those little feelings, sensations, because that is your body talking to you. This is when you start to really listen to your body. So with the inhalation, bring the torso up. Let's bring the legs towards the front of the mat. Let's go to some Paschimottanasana. So keep the toes towards you. If you need to bend the knees, that is fine. Actually, let's do an exercise first. So bend the knees a lot, bring it towards the chest and hug your thighs. Take an inhalation, chest towards the knee, the chest bone moving towards the knee, hips down. And then with the exhalation, let's walk the feet towards the front of the mat. You just move as deep as you can keep your torso close towards the thighs. So that means you don't have to reach too low, too high. Just give yourself a nice, gentle challenge. And notice the lengthening of the spine. So the rib cage is moving away from the hips, hips down, rib cage forward, and the sternum is like moving towards the front of the mat. And then with the inhalation, again, bring the torso up. And this time extend the legs, but if you notice that you are like just rounding the spine and you don't feel comfortable, then maybe sit on a block. This block is quite high, or maybe a cushion. Just allow the spine to be long. This is what you want. It's better to keep the spine long in a very gentle bending forward rather than keep doing this that we do the rest of the day. So when we are sitting on computer or when we are sitting, so try to cultivate a nice posture on your spine. So take a deep inhalation, bring the arms up. Just create a space between the rib cage, the hips, and then with the exhalation, imagine you want to bring the navel close to the floor and from the chest bone towards the feet. And just reach in that place that it feels right for you. And then rest the hands on your shin, ankles, or feet. But the floor and the ground is just direction. You don't want to do this. Just to feel that you are reaching low. Just check that that is not your ego taking you like, oh yes, I'm reaching low. It's an illusion. It's much better to stay higher by lengthening the spine. It's healthier. Rather than keep following your ego. So just give as well time to your body to go deeper into any pose. The inhalation, make a space. And then with the exhalation, you can go into the space. And one last time. Deep inhalation. And exhalation, and then enjoy the stretching. Just stay there. Last thing, you soften the neck. And then inhale slowly, bring your torso up. And then let's lie down on the ground. Just keep the knees let's keep the knees one towards the other and the feet as wide as the mat. And then extend the arms. And then with the exhalation, bring the knees towards the right. And then inhale, bring them up. And then exhale towards the left. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees towards right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up and then exhale right. But this time, let's stay there. So just really move the shoulders close to the floor, but move your left hip away from the left shoulder. Breathe slowly. Now try to focus into the exhalation. So normal inhalations and very long, deep exhalation. And then inhale, second side. Then make sure the feet is wide as the mat, knees one towards the other, and with the exhalation, knees towards the left. Rest the knees there, maybe look towards the right. Send you a little bit of the sunshine here from my heart and my energy. Keep your right hip moving away from the shoulder. Focusing to the exhalation, so normal inhalations, very long exhalation. And bring the knees up. Let's bring now the knees as wide as the hips. Bring the feet down. And then with the inhalation, let's make the way to bridge position. Interlace your fingers. Hands are reaching towards the heels. Shoulders away from the ears. So maybe you notice the neck is nice and long. Your hips are reaching high. Your glutes are engaged, supporting that, stretching in the front of the hips. The shoulder blades towards the center so that it helps to bring the chest higher, chest towards the chin. And if you want to stay here, depending the energy you feel you have now, maybe you can bring your left knee up, left leg up. But again, just find what it feels right at this point of the practice for you, for your body. And then exhale, release that side. Bring your right knee up, extend the right foot, or just stay in bridge, or rest whenever you need it. So keep pressing the navel up, hips high, and it's like the upper leg wants to reach towards the sky. And then release, leg, hug your knees, and then roll left to right, massage the lower back. Just maybe make circles with the knees towards one side and then towards the other side. And then last thing, let's go to happy baby. Maybe hands on the ankles, maybe the hands on the outside of the feet. And then with the exhalation, knees towards the armpits, hips, and the lower back close to the floor. And maybe roll left and right. Oh, nice. Now, hug your knees one last time and let's make the way to Svasana. So keep the feet as wide as the mat, toes pointing out, arms along the body, but your palms are facing up. And then just enjoy the Svasana. Stay there. Just surrender. And I'm going to make a nice mini sound bath for you. So just allow your body to be soft. like the body is melting into the ground. Try to focus the attention into the breath. Make sure your body is soft and your mind is focused into the breath. You want to keep your body quiet, your mind in silence. But that is hard. The challenging part of Svasana is to create that silence on your mind. So use the breath. The breath is a great anchoring point for your mind. So allow the body to rest, but allow the mind to be quiet by focusing into the breath. Allow the thoughts to come, don't resist them, but allow them to go. Again and again, focus the attention into your breath. So, soften your body, allow the mind to be quiet. slowly bring awareness to your body. Start to move your toes, your fingers, your arms, your legs. Then stretch the arms. Give a nice stretch to your beautiful body. Draw the knees to the chest, hug your knees, and roll left and right. When you are ready, roll towards one side of the mat. And then bring your body out. And let's go to a sitting position. Keep your eyes closed. Press the hands on the knees. And let's do just one very simple breathing exercise before we finish the session. So first enjoy that feeling of inner peace, of harmony, of higher frequency. This is your true essence. This is when your energy is vibrating in a higher frequency. When your mind is not too busy, when you are connected with that dimension, your energy. So just keep your eyes closed. I will guide you. We will do an exercise in square breath. And just breathe slowly. We will do 3 of these breathings. So take a deep inhalation. A long exhalation. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now just go back to your normal breath. Bring the hands in front of the heart center. Take with you this nice feeling of peace, harmony. Take it as long as you can during the day. And let's chant the last time to finish the session. Take a deep inhalation. Rub your hands one against the other. Bring the hand in front of your eyes. And gently really open the eyes, release the hands. Have a lovely day. Thank you for practicing with me, to be there. Namaste.